Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Power Boost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme, emotions are just visitors. We all have experienced emotions. Emotion is, we say, energy in motion. The energy of consciousness in motion. Motion means something which flows. So emotions also flow. Something which flows, it comes and goes. And something which comes and goes is a visitor. And so it's very easy to manage my emotions when I look at them as visitors that are coming and going. But I don't give them space, or I don't allow them to create a permanent space in my mind. So any emotion, an example is like, so if I go on the stage, many times we have stage fright. We go on the stage and suddenly it's like we become so nervous. And so being nervous is an emotion. But then that emotion is created by a thought. The thought that what would happen? How will others think? And so when I notice an emotion, if I'm able to identify the underlying thought that creates the emotion, then all I need to do is gently just shift that thought and make it more aligned with the truth of life. I make it more aligned with my reality as a spiritual being. And then when that thought comes, okay, whatever others think, it really doesn't matter. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm just sharing. And I'm just looking at everyone as my friends, as my brothers, because we are all spiritual beings. So with this thought, then that emotion of nervousness goes away. And suddenly I'm able to be in the moment and enjoy. And so when I treat emotions as visitors, they will come, they will go, but I will hold on to my truth. So when an emotion comes, let's say of sadness or being upset, maybe of little jealousy or disheartenment, if an emotion comes, I just see it coming. But I don't create the thought that I am upset or I am sad or I am disheartened, because the moment I create a thought, that becomes my reality. And then that's when I have given that emotion like a room in my mind to stay. Then I'm not treating it as a visitor. So I let the emotions come, but my attention is just on the thoughts, on the reality that I hold within. And I gently shift it, and then emotions will change. Our brain has two parts. One is the rational thinking part, the precortex, and then one is the part that deals with emotions. And so the moment I am giving life to emotions, then what happens is suddenly that feeling part of the brain takes over. And then conscious thinking or rational thinking subsides in that moment. And that's what we call as, we say sometimes, role consciousness or body consciousness. In body consciousness, I tend to operate from that feeling mode. And that's where it's a reaction, being upset or sad or disheartened or something. And the moment I treat these as visitors, I don't go into the flow. But then I allow the rational mind, the clarity within to dominate. And that's why my reactions will become more like very wise responses. I won't be flowing with the energy of emotions. So with that in mind, let us maybe create a few moments to experiment, to see our emotions just come and go, and just hold on to the thought of truth. So as we sit comfortably, relax our bodies. I gently become aware of this moment in time. I become aware of my inner world, the world that lies within me, the soul. There is a world out there, a world that is visible through the eyes, and there is a world in here which is not visible through the physical eyes, but I am able to experience it with my inner eye. And so as I turn my attention within, I realize that any emotion, a temporary emotion, is like a visitor. I treat it as a visitor. My reality, my truth, my essence is separate from the emotion that comes and goes. I realize that any emotion that is based in the story is unreal. It's fleeting, it's temporary. And I realize that the true emotion, the true feeling is what comes, emerges as I become aware of my truth. I am a spirit, a point of light, an actor who is just acting in this play of life. I realize that this body is a costume that has been given to me. And this role is based on the script. And not just this role, but other roles in the story are all happening outside. And inside, we are all spirits, energies. As I turn my attention within into the life of the spirit, I realize that this life is unlimited. The spirit belongs to the sky, is loved by the Father, loved by the family. It is natural for the spirit, the soul, to experience security, to experience the sacred bond of love. It is natural for the spirit to experience the presence of the divine. The being who is the source, the being who makes me who I am. And so in this presence, in this spiritual light, I begin to experience the true emotions within, the feelings of unconditional love, acceptance, belonging, warmth, silence. This is our reality. We souls are eternal actors. And we create this space between the role and the soul. And so no emotion in the story can reach me, the soul. My mind experiences the truth naturally. And as I come back from this realm of light, into the story, I know that even I am a visitor in this story. as I take up the costume again, I come back with the clarity of just holding on to my truth and allowing the natural feelings of being unlimited in Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you for your time, presence. Have a nice day.